Good evening, everyone. I'm Riley King, and welcome to this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. We have a lot of news to get to this Thursday evening, so let's begin. First up, dump patrons help save man. People using the Hancock transfer station helped rescue an elderly patron pinned by a car. The police chief said the bystanders acted quickly. I think they did a very good job in rendering assistance, the police chief said. The incident took place Wednesday afternoon at the Bennington Road transfer station. First, robotic teams provided with mini robots to assist with virtual competitions. Every First Robotics high school team in New England received a surprise gift from BAE Systems aimed to keep them engaged during this year's virtual competition format. Jackson voters agreed to rededicating town in social justice push. The name remains the same, but voters at the recent 2021 town meeting decided that their community's funding inspiration is a 19th century New Hampshire state geologic, not the 7th President of the United States, by voice later verified by a show of hands, said the town clerk. School board supports plans to consolidate 3 Manchester high schools into one. School board members this week supported the superintendent's proposal to replace Manchester's 3 traditional high schools with a newly constructed building. And White House changes tones in new calls for Israel Hamas cross ceasefire. Let's take a listen to that video from ABC News.
At Panera, we take care of dinner time. We use fresh, clean ingredients to make mouth-watering masterpieces. Order our new flatbread pizzas for dinner tonight with delivery or pickup. Only at Panera.
Let's get more on this now from our senior White House correspondent, Mary Bruce. And Mary, President Biden has had a long, close, and often confrontational relationship with the Israeli Prime Minister, and he's really upping the pressure on Netanyahu.
George, he absolutely is. This is a real change in tone from the president. He is issuing this very stern demand now to Netanyahu, telling him he, quote, expects a significant de-escalation on the path to a ceasefire. Now, Biden, of course, has been very cautious and hesitant to publicly challenge Israel over the last several days, but the message here is very clear. If Israel stretches out this conflict much further, they risk losing the support of the U.S., its top ally. Now, while this is a change in tone from the White House, officials here aren't saying exactly how they define significant de-escalation or what would happen if Netanyahu fails to meet this.
Mary, President Biden under pressure as well from Democrats, several Democrats who are protesting an upcoming arms sale to Israel.
Yeah, they are, George. We are seeing several members of the president's own party introducing this resolution to try and block the sale of $700 million worth of weapons to Israel. They argue that the U.S. is selling this weaponry without placing any conditions on the human rights of Palestinians. It is just a symbolic measure, but certainly underscores the kind of pushback the president is getting from his own party as they demand he take a tougher stance here.
Mary Bruce at the White House. Thanks.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube.
Okay, and there you go on that video and that report. And that does it for this evening edition of the Riley King Newscast, right here on the Riley King Network. Thank you for watching and have a great evening. Good night and goodbye.